Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Kashif Booth podcast. If you're new here, each week I sit down with a guest and we discuss their career so far, the highs, the lows, and what's next for them. Today's guest is Dede from Dede The Brand and Made Love by Dede. And she is a fashion designer with her own line. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kashif. Thank you for having me. Really, really honored.
Honestly, it's great to have you on the show. You know, we met almost a year ago because I remember it was in September last year and we met at London Fashion Week. It was at Vanity Hub Africa and we was at their big show where they showcase so many like designers from Africa, basically the whole continent. And I remember because it's funny, right? I was told, okay, you're going to sit on this front row. So I was like, oh, look at me, front row and everything. And then one of the organizers came up and was like, oh, you can't be here. This is for family and friends. And we were like, what? And I was like, but we were put here. They're like, yes, yes, we know, but you need to go over here. And I was like, well, damn. And then I was like, okay, where can I sit now? And then I remember seeing there was a space next to you. So I was like, hi, is that seat free? I was like, yeah, yeah, sure, that's fine. And then I just sat there and then we just started talking. I remember we just started chatting and I remember there was
Yeah.
another guy next to us and we just all were just enjoying the show and the designers as well on the day.
Mhm.
So yeah, what did you think of Vanity Hub Africa? Like that whole show, well, from what you remember?
Um, Mostly positive things. Mostly positive. I like so I like the fact that there's a platform on Lagos Fashion Week. Oh, sorry, on London Fashion Week's schedule for like African designers to like come showcase. And I think Vanity Hub did a wonderful job. And yeah, it was actually really lovely. The designs, of course, fantastic. And Ugomonye, I know that was the show that
Yes.
took everyone's breath away. And yeah, it was really good. Wonderful experience.
Yeah, honestly, because I had no, obviously, I'm not from the, fashion world. So when you guys were talking about him, you guys were like anticipating. So when he did come out, it was just like, wow. Like, because he takes, traditional Nigerian wear and just makes it high fashion to a whole nother level. And I love that because he's staying true to his culture, but also
Exactly.
adding that flash and fare to it and making people see that like you don't need to conform, and I really wish that I feel like he could be as big as like, like LeBron, all of these kind of big, UK based designers. I feel like he could be as big as those people. So hopefully, it kind of translates over here.
Definitely, definitely. Especially because like now, I mean, African design, Nigerian design has always been there, but I know there's this awareness now, and there's this like
Mm.
I wouldn't say it's a wave because a wave comes and goes. This one seems like okay, now we're kind of including Africa, but it's nice. It's a good thing that
Mhm.
the world is finally recognizing that okay, there are people in this part of the world that are actually equally as talented, many ways more
Mhm.
talented because I mean, we're not working with a lot. We don't have a lot of resources, like more some of the developed countries. But I mean, I'm happy
Mhm.
that we like recognition to brands that are here and amazing things
Mhm.
are happening on this side of the world. And I'm just looking forward to how that develops over the next decades ahead.
hmm Same. And I think it's time. Like, you've had like the sprinkle of like, Afro beats really being pushed into the Western world, and then you got, down in South Africa and piano music is really being pushed out as well. So it's time for that as well. And I think with the fashion industry, I feel like, obviously things return, it goes in a circle, like, okay, this time now, this is what's in. And, you know,
It
and you
seems
still
like
want people pushing that envelope. So it was great to see. But speaking of London Fashion Week, are you coming this year again?
unfortunately, this year I will not be able to make it. I have a wedding that
Okay.
my brother's getting married, so and a Nigerian
Oh,
wedding,
okay, okay.
it's a whole planning event. It's a whole event. So yeah.
Well, I know about that because my best friend is Nigerian and I'm the best man, so he's getting married next week. So let me give you the rundown on this, okay? Because I have never been a part of a Nigerian wedding, nor have I ever been to one. But I know there's the white wedding, and then you have the engagement, and then you have the traditional wedding. Usually that's all separate, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, this is happening all in one day.
Oh, I mean, yeah, some
Uh,
people do that. Some people do that. And honestly,
mm-hmm,
I don't know how they do that because it's a lot. It's a lot.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Whoever day, it's
Yes.
I mean, I want to
Mm-hmm,
do it one day, but I know that's probably not going to be possible. But it's
mm-hmm.
that's a great feat, and I wish you all the best, really.
Thank you. Can you see I'm smiling through pain? Because yeah, I'm like, Lord, give me strength because I don't know what's going to happen that day. Um, and I'm like, oh, I need to be spraying the money. I'm like, in this economy, okay. So yeah. So yeah, so I mean, I completely understand. Completely understand. So I get it. So it's going to be exciting. Have you contributed anything for your brother's wedding, for his bride and stuff like that? Or they just said, just enjoy, just come as a sister?
Oh no, I'm not coming as a sister. I'm coming as
Hmm.
part of the team, really. But I mean, most of that is
Okay.
happening. What I've done, because when my first brother
Okay.
got married, I feel like I literally was running on no sleep because I mean, some other girls
Mm,
some issues with their dresses from their own tailors and 24-hour job trying to fix everything. But now this time, what I've done is they
hmm.
would as a staff up until the week of the
Okay.
wedding. The week of the wedding, I'm off. I'm gonna have fun. I have to have fun as
Oh,
well. So
good.
yes,
Good.
that's what
Okay.
around.
Okay. 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 Well, speaking of your brand, Dede the Brand, I'd love to know more about you and your journey into fashion. Like, so how did you get started?
Right. So it was sort of written in the stars for me, but I didn't know or appreciate it when I was younger. I think that's more, I realized it with like a coming of age thing. So, I mean, since I gained consciousness, I wanted to be a fashion
Mm,
designer. Literally. There's no other way.
okay.
I would literally just sit in front of the TV when I was younger, just watching dresses. I mean, I love cartoons like every other kid, but aside that, it was dresses. I taught myself how to draw and sketch, and also went to tailoring school later on in life. But literally always written in the stars. But it was when I was actually having a conversation with my first brother, and he was like, "You know what? Like you're pretty much in line with like the matriarchs of the family because my mom's mom was a very popular seamstress in our hometown where my mom grew up." And my mom I spent hours. She used to have a boutiques where sold corporate women's wear. So she always
Mhm,
traveled when like she's the epitome of working woman. So like I was always gonna just
mhm,
sometimes I wonder how they're shocked that I went the entrepreneurial route because my mom would be in like New York, in Milan, always sourcing for like stuff to stock her boutiques with. So that's what I saw
mhm.
growing up. So it was, I mean, her mom's mom, seamstress, her into fashion. I'm surprised that there's that down the fashion route is like, yeah. So that's where
Mm,
actually Dede comes from because my mom's mom gave me that name, Dedeola. So
mm,
you know what, this brand is more of like a homage to her. So
mm,
that's why Dede as the brand's name. So the full meaning is Dedeola, which means
mhm.
surrounded by wealth. I want to say
Hmm.
in abundance. I'm sorry, I'm not very fluent in my mother's tongue.
Okay, I love that. That's a great story. I mean, I understand that as well. Like being written in the stars. Like I come from a creative family as well. Like my dad is a DJ to this day. He's in his he's knocking on 70, and I'm like, when are you retiring? But no,
No.
he's not retiring. No, no. I'm like, retire. Like, what are you doing? But he's like, until the phone stops ringing, I'm still gonna keep doing it. So I was like, okay. And then my mom, she was a beauty therapist for like 10 years. So, I'm from a creative family, so it's no surprise that I ended up in this. field as well. So I completely understand that it's kind of like written in the stars for you. So I saw that you launched Dede the brand in 2019. So what was the moment where you was like, you know what, I want to do this for myself. I want to create a brand that represents, us as like Nigerian women and yeah, put your designs and out there.
I would say again, I feel like I've been doing that in the, like little, sorry, I'm speaking like a Nigerian, little by little. I've been so yeah, I feel like so in A levels and you would never find
Mhm.
like, well, not never, but you would probably find pictures of this online. But during A levels I also had a collection. I did not have a business, but I got some of my friends to
Mm.
model some things. I didn't even know how to do them properly, but I mean, I guess they were being
Mhm.
encouraging. It was like some of like my British friends in Ankara, and I was just like, yeah, you guys are gonna be my models. And they actually did it. They actually did it. Honestly, much love to them. And yeah, but
Mhm.
now I don't think you'd find pictures of that online. But that
Okay.
was I'd always been pushing for it. And then when I
Mhm.
graduated from uni, because I went to well, I spent some time in the UK, so after I graduated and came back home to Nigeria, my parents were like, okay, you finished school. Because I think the deal was because I actually wrote to them in A levels that I didn't want to go to uni, that I just wanted to come home and start like fashion. And they were like, no, get a degree, that, you can't just like not have a degree. I don't know, colored people, you know how we are. You can't not have a degree.
Uh,
Well, hey, different routes for different people. But anyway, they persuaded me to go to uni, which I actually enjoyed. I studied business admin, so I actually really enjoyed that. I was grateful that I took their advice. So after I was done with that, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do fashion. And so I went to, I did some like work in Nigeria, and then I went to a fashion school. And so right after that, I was like, okay, I'm starting this officially. Like nobody can stop me. Which it was a good thing. I'm happy I just did it. But then I started literally right when COVID started. So that was a bit of an experience. It was literally like, oh, okay, I have this fashion brand. And literally a month later, they were like, oh, there's this virus. And I'm like, what? Nobody's going to wear clothes when there's lockdown.
yeah.
That first year it was a challenge. It was definitely a challenge.
Mm.
But hey, we pulled through.
Love that. Love that. So, how have you found just navigating the space? Like, what's the fashion scene like in Nigeria? Like compared to like what you see in the UK and stuff like that.
the the fashion, I feel like everything ties into everything here. So like every time
Mm.
in Nigeria, for instance, the entertainment industry is tied with the fashion industry. Like they're almost one and the same. And then the entertainment is tied to like the finance is tied to this. But either way, I feel like the scene in Lagos, I don't know much about like the entirety of Nigeria because I mean I've spent
Mhm.
my life in Lagos. Is
Mm.
the grind here is serious. Let me just put it that way. Like
Mm.
it's only in
Mm.
Lagos dressed within 24 hours. Like I'm talking fully beaded costume level design. Like the grind is serious. And I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't put it off myself. Like some things I've done in 10
Mm.
years, never again. But
Mhm.
that's what the scene is like. The grind is very serious. But also the
Mm.
creativity, the stuff people think of. I'm just like, how is this in your brain? Like, even as a fellow designer, I'm like, huh? Like, how did you pull that off? Like,
Mm.
how did you use, like, we use a lot of homegrown fabrics, cotton, raffia. And I'm just like, how is your brain connecting these dots? Like, the creativity is
Mm.
wild. So, I mean,
Mm.
creativity
Okay.
with mad grind is just boom. Like it's very, very inspiring to watch because it's not even from like the high end brands in Lagos only. It's like from like grassroots level, like the stuff people are doing. And I'm just like, okay. This is a nice environment to be in if you want to work, if you
Mhm.
want to put in the work. And
Mhm.
it's let me just put it that way. That's the one word. If I was to
Mm.
sum up fashion scene in Lagos is inspiration.
I love that. And is Lagos like the hub of the fashion industry, would you say, in Nigeria? Is it like London and New York?
Exactly. It's basically, yeah, yeah, basically the
Mm.
equivalent of
Okay.
that. I mean, there's also
Okay.
Lagos, no, it's more Lagos. Yeah, it's more.
hmm Mm, I love that. I love that. So I've seen recently that, you've had a lot of your pieces on the red carpet in the UK. I just saw one of your dresses at the Grime Daily Gala, recently. So like, how did that kind of collab come about? How did you get, her to feature your dress there?
So, so Steph is actually a friend of a friend. So one thing I'm really, really grateful for at Dede is we've grown predominantly off referrals. Like I wouldn't even know,
Uh,
like I literally I was laughing about something that happened a month or 2 months ago. I literally got added to somebody's family group chat because they were having a wedding and they were like, "Oh, hi everyone, this is Dede." And the person didn't even tell me beforehand. They were like, "Yeah, I got your number off this person. She said you're really great, and you're gonna be basically the tailor for the wedding." I'm like, "Okay, thank you. Hello, uncles, aunties, nice to meet you." And I'm just like, I'm really grateful for experiences like that because I mean, if we're growing from referrals, I mean, we're doing something right. I mean, if people are telling other people
mm,
about this, so that's how I met Steph. Basically, my god sister, she's
mm,
friends with my god sister, and she of course followed me personally, and then saw like day stuff. It was like, then next is in Nigeria. She's gonna have like a couple of dresses done. So her dress was actually also one of like an express stop because she wasn't in Nigeria very long. And she was like, she has this
mhm,
gala, like she needs this dress. And so we had like this consultation over like the weekend and over the next couple of
mhm,
days we had the fitting. And yeah, it was good to go and when she was heading back. So yeah, that was a wonderful experience. Like Steph
mm,
is amazing. Absolutely love
mm.
it. Doing fantastic stuff in the UK as well with Niji Foods. So she's representing Nige. Continue that.
Yes, yes.
So yeah.
Love that. So when you do bespoke pieces like that and you love it so much because it looks great, the dress, right? So then do you ever be like, damn, I want to put this to my collection? Like, do you ever have that kind of like push and pull?
Um, adding this, oof, the thing is, adding bespoke stuff to collections. I mean, just because it requires a lot more like craftsmanship to it. So with stuff with the collection,
Mhm,
we try to make it like lifestyle pieces, stuff you can wear more on like a daily basis. Even though there's still
mhm,
the option of, so I mean, like I'm very big on inclusivity in terms of sizing.
mhm.
So um,
Okay.
most of the dresses, if not all of them, are made to order. All of them are made to order. So once a person places an order, like we get their measurements and
Mhm,
so we have it made. But I mean because they're lifestyle pieces, stuff that are easier to wear and just stuff you can wear to like daily events as opposed to like people wedding or a gala. Those are
mhm,
made a lot quicker than bespoke outfits like events. But yeah,
mm.
I mean, hey, I'll look into it. Maybe elements of like occasion wear could incorporate that into
Okay.
our pieces.
And when it comes to like you designing and stuff like that, people who don't know Dede the brand, like what would you say your brand represents? Like what would you say it does?
What will I say it represents? So craftsmanship. I'm big on
Mhm,
like tailoring and finishing being exquisite. Like,
mhm,
funny enough, in fashion school, the first thing they taught us was whatever outfit you make, you should be able to wear it inside out. So the insides and the
mhm.
outsides must look nice. Like don't come here and be making shabby stuff. So craftsmanship for me,
I
like the
like
way a
that.
dress is built, even if it's like a
Mhm,
simple A-line dress,
mhm,
like it must be built well. That's the first thing
mhm,
I'm here about. I don't like people sticking out. I don't like things not.
mhm.
Yeah, I'm here for like
Okay.
proper tailoring. That's my best.
Mhm.
That's my that's one of the key aspects of like design.
Tailoring is what is key.
Craftsmanship and authenticity because I mean I'm very passionate about just showcasing Nigerian creativity. So I mean so far with the brand I've done stuff that feels like, oh yeah, this is Dede, but now we're pivoting a bit more to being more authentic. Like I said with the coming of age thing with the knowing, like, just tracing with the matriarchs and like where I'm from, and like, oh, this is where this is who Dede actually is. I'm looking into
Uh-huh.
doing more homegrown stuff, so with homegrown materials. So aside
Uh-huh.
only the craftsmanship being authentically Nigerian, I also want the fabrics to be authentically Nigerian. I want the designs to feel more like us. But yeah, those are the two
Okay.
things I would say nowadays about
Uh-huh.
craftsmanship and authenticity.
I love that. I love that. And so maybe I didn't see enough research, but have you debuted at like Lagos Fashion Week? Have you done anything like that yet, or are you working towards that?
I mean, I am working towards it. I love Lagos Fashion
Uh-huh.
Week. I've worked with Lagos Fashion Week. I was the project manager for one of the years a few years back now.
Uh-huh.
And so
Uh-huh.
it's just such a wonderful organization. Like the founder, Omoyemi, apparently she's doing amazing things for African brands. And yeah, it's a wonderful platform. I will encourage any African brand to come showcase. But yeah, working towards
Uh-huh.
it for sure.
Good, good. I want to see it, if and just send me an invite, okay? I'll come. I'll
I
come. I'll get on
you
the
you
I'll get on the
brought
flight, okay?
you brought up that event.
Obviously, Afrobeats is really taken off right now. It's been like consistently for a while, really being pushed into the mainstream. And you've got artists like Ira Star really blowing up right now. Really, I feel like she's really being like the first, I'd say, female Afrobeats artist that is like she's obviously huge, but like transitioning into that Western world, and her song "Hot Body" is blowing up. I feel like that's getting the most like push I've seen internationally, like in the UK and in the US. So like
Yeah.
are we trying to manifest Iris Star to be wearing Dede the Brand? Just one little tag on Instagram, we could just push, skyrocket.
Oh my God, that would be just a dream come
Hmm.
true. Like, amen. Oh, from our lips to God's ears. Amen.
Amen. That's how I was saying. Listen, yeah, we said it on a public platform, so yeah, okay, it's gonna be out there for everyone to see. All the good spirits, we block all of that negativity. It's coming, okay? Iris Star, you're coming. She'll see, okay? So, but what's your kind of also like? What's your dream for the brand? Like, where do you want to take it? Is there like anything else you want to do? Like, it's gone from my head. Her name. Oh, it's come from because I was doing. Remember, I told you that BET documentary that I worked on,
Yeah.
which was about Black British fashion. There's that. What's her name? Is it Anna Luke? Oh yeah, Anna
Oh,
Luku.
and look.
Onaluku, I think it is. Yeah, 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 amazing. She mainly obviously does like wedding dresses, but I know she was starting to kind of get into fashion and stuff. Well, mainstream fashion. Like, would you ever do? Because you said you've been a part of a lot of weddings and stuff like that. Would you ever lean into that to do stuff as well like that, or what's your kind of vision? Where do you want to go?
Hmm. I definitely do want to have like how do I describe it? So for the business, I want to keep the bespoke side going because like I feel like there's always fresh designs that are more outlandish.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like, sorry, I keep saying that because I'm really close to my siblings. Can you tell? Um, so my brothers keep going, oh my, the stuff you sketch, I don't really see you designing. I'm just like, it's coming, don't worry. Like, it's more outlandish than
Mm-hmm.
when they look at it, they're just like, wow, like, okay, so when are you gonna make this? When are you gonna make this? I'm like, don't worry, it's coming, it's
Mm.
coming. So I definitely do want to be like a proper like to keep the bespoke aspect, even like see on the Met Gala
Okay.
runway. So that bespoke aspect is,
Mm.
but for the lifestyle branch of the business, I really do want to hone in to like expanding into Western markets, and so just not only Nigeria, just
Mhm.
stuff that I mean, hey, we're all praying now to be a Kai collective. So stop something like that will
Mm.
be great. Let me just put it in that simple
Okay.
term. Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
definitely,
Okay. Nice.
I go. I like the grandeur of it all. Like I try not to lose
Mm-hmm.
the business aspect because I mean, hey, I'm seeing the back end as well. I'm seeing the numbers. I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing the okay, we have to. I'm seeing the production schedule and the operations and everything, logistics. So it's
Mm.
easy to lose
Mm.
yourself, like especially when you're literally have a hand in everything. So it's easy to lose that
Yeah.
flair.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like
Uh-huh.
bespoke tailoring for occasions is what keeps that passion alive for me. So yeah.
Okay. I love that. I love that. And like, are you focusing on the business full time? Do you have like another job and you do it both? Like, tell me about that kind of element of your career at the moment.
Right. So now I do Dede The Brand full time. I mean, in the earlier years,
Mm,
definitely did some work here, worked with some other fashion companies. I feel like just because I was still growing, I
okay.
had a lot to learn,
Uh-huh.
see the behind the
Uh,
scenes of what it is in bigger fashion houses. So worked for quite a few of them here
okay.
in
Okay.
Nigeria. And I think what
Mm,
shocked me most was it's really not different from what we do at Dede. Like it's pretty much the same, just on a bigger scale.
mm,
So that experience was, and
right.
I feel like it's just something I need to get out of my system because when you start off, was how I felt was, oh, maybe we're not doing something right. Maybe I'm not doing.
Uh,
Let me go work for someone and see how it is. And I was just surprised to see it's pretty much the same. Pretty much the same.
mm, okay. Okay. Okay.
Now,
So tell me about your experience of also like being a woman in this industry, like running your own business. Like, what's like the positives and negatives about it? Like tell me more about like, yeah, what's that like? Because I know it's like with film. So like, how is it for you?
for me, luckily, I don't think I have experienced any like negative experiences in terms of being a woman.
Good.
I
Good.
mean, in Nigeria is an interesting place. Being a woman in Nigeria is an
Mm-hmm.
interesting experience. But professionally, I don't think I've been like looked I've been turned down from any opportunity just because I'm a woman or because of
Okay.
anything. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think there's any opportunity I sought out that I didn't get. Thank God for that. I
Mm-hmm.
don't
Yeah.
have a negative experience. I do know people have negative experiences. Like this is just my experience. If anything, I would say that
Okay. Okay.
being a woman led brand, because we're mostly women in the business as well. Most of the staff are women actually. I think we're
Uh-huh.
like 80% women.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Everyone in management is a woman. I will give you that.
Uh-huh.
But
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Mm.
it's
Okay.
been a lovely experience. I mean, the team
Uh-huh.
I feel close to them, like literally with their kids. Because
Uh,
what we try to do with Dede as well is, I mean, it's not publicly out there, but like what we try to do is give back to the team as well. So if any of them need something for school or if they like need to like just stuff,
uh,
I mean, yeah, the welfare
yeah.
as yeah, I try to make sure like everybody's done. I hate saying, oh, we're a
Uh-huh.
family company. I hate when companies say that, but
Yeah.
I feel like just being a human, like just being mindful of what people in your company are like what they're going through, their daily lives and stuff. I mean, just making sure they're good. Because I mean, they show up for work and they show up. Honestly, like my head tailor, for instance, she has shown up for me. Like, so I
Mm,
make sure I show up and show up for her as well. So, but being a woman is
mm,
no, thankfully, thank God, I don't think I've had a negative experience.
mm-hmm,
No,
mm-hmm.
I think even more so
I
because
love
we
that.
push
That's
each
good.
other.
That because I think maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but being in like a black country, it's different. You all look
Yeah,
at like each other. So that level of like, passive aggressiveness or microaggressions because of the color of your skin, you
exactly.
don't feel like that. You walk out the house, you see each other everywhere.
Literally,
You turn on the
literally.
TV, they're there as well.
Mhm.
Not here, okay?
Exactly.
You just like, well,
Some Americans
listen, yeah.
when Americans come here, they're just like, oh my God, there's so many black people. I'm just like, well, we're in a black country. And it's obviously how they are. And it's like, oh yeah, it's
Mhm,
different. I mean, I would say I've been quite in
mm,
that regard. I mean, yeah, a few negative experiences here and there. Like even when I lived in the UK, a few negative experiences here and there. But I
mhm,
it's definitely nothing like being back home, really. Like here,
yeah.
so there's not much
Yeah,
benefit of that.
yeah. Well, that's so good. I mean, I love that. That's what I want to hear, in terms of just your brand and your experiences as, yeah, running your own company. Running your own company is no easy feet, and you're still growing as a brand, and that's the amazing thing. So I did want to ask you this. So it's two questions, right? But it's very similar, okay? So who are some of your favorite designers outside of yourself that are who you feel like are killing it right now and you're really inspired by?
Anyone? So not only Nigerians.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, anyone, yeah.
right now, I so one of the brands I really look up to in terms of just the design is Alexander McQueen. So obviously he's passed and everything, but the person who took over him,
Uh-huh.
I'm so upset that she's not the creative director of Alexander McQueen again. Her name is Sarah Burton. She is phenomenal.
Oh yes.
She's like my hero. Sarah Burton is someone I really look up to in terms of design. Um, I'm trying to think of somebody else actually. I I love a lot of designers actually. They're just a lot of people. There's somebody called
Uh-huh.
Sarah. I hope I don't butcher her name. Sarah Diouf, but her brand name is Tongoro. She's doing phenomenal stuff, absolutely stuff, and even fellow Nigerians. Like I mean, there's the Lisa Folawiyos. There's the Andre Yama. Absolutely love Andre Yama. Like that is a designer. I would leave it at those three. I'll leave it at those three.
Who are some like past designers, like maybe dead or alive, like, really old, or their brands retired or they've retired, like who you love and were inspired by,
All right, fair enough. I mean, I already mentioned McQueen. Bowman.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
really like Bowman. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but even his success, even the
Okay.
current creative director, Olivia Rusty, doing
Uh-huh,
amazing stuff. So yeah, that's who I would
uh-huh.
pick. That's who I would pick.
So where can people find Dede the Brand to stay updated with, your new pieces and get some bespoke pieces? Like where can they find you and stuff like that?
You can check our website, www.dedethebrand.com, and our Instagram at Dede The Brand or at Made with Love by Dede. So you'd find us on those two platforms. So yeah, go check it out, guys. Thanks.
Oh, amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining me, having this
Thank you,
conversation.
Kishif.
It was great catching up and just knowing more about you and your brand and stuff like that. And like I said, when you have your fashion show in Lagos, let me know. I'll find myself out there.
Ah,
Trust.
yes, honey. Thank you.
That's okay. Well, thanks again, guys, for listening. You can follow me all of my usual socials. You know them. There's a bunch of them. Stay tuned for the episodes coming soon.